In the shadowed valleys of the Appalachians, whispers of a creature called the Wraithwolf circulated among the locals. It was said to be a beast that haunted the fog-shrouded woods, a shadow that moved with silent, stalking grace, its eyes glowing like burning coals. Legend told of it emerging only on nights when the moon was absent, when the darkness was thick enough to drown out even the faintest stars. For years, people of the small town of Hollow Creek dismissed these stories as superstitions, remnants of old beliefs passed down to scare children or explain strange noises in the night. But Emma Carter had always been curious, more than curious, she was fascinated. A 17-year-old with an insatiable hunger for mystery, she devoured local legends and haunted history books, seeking to find truth in tales that others dismissed. When her best friend, Sam, told her about the Wraithwolf chasing shadows near their homes, Emma's excitement grew. She knew she had to see it for herself. One chilly October evening, after the sun dipped behind the mountains, casting a dark pall over Hollow Creek, Emma convinced Sam to sneak out with her. They had grown accustomed to sneaking past their parents' watchful eyes, but tonight felt different, more dangerous, more real. They crept through the woods, their flashlights flickering as they pushed through tangled vines and fallen leaves. The forest was alive with sounds. Crickets chirping, the distant hoot of an owl, but beneath it all lay an undercurrent of tension. Emma's heart pounded with anticipation, her eyes darting through the shadows. They reached an ancient, gnarled oak known locally as the Grave Tree, rumored to be the meeting point of supernatural sightings. Suddenly, their flashlights caught a flicker of movement, an indistinct shape that seemed to melt into the darkness. Emma stiffened, whispering, "There it is. I see it, I really see it." Sam's voice trembled, "Are you sure? It's probably just a deer or something." But Emma shook her head. "No, this is different. I can feel it. It's watching us." Then, a chill wind swept through the trees, and an eerie, nearly inaudible howl echoed through the valley. The sound was unlike any wolf's cry, more hollow, more mournful. The shadow shifted, growing larger and closer, its form flickering like a flame in wind. Suddenly, a creature stepped into the faint moonlight, a massive, lupine figure with a sleek, midnight black coat that shimmered with an unnatural sheen. Its eyes burned red as coal, piercing through the darkness with malevolent intent. The creature moved with a predatory grace, muscles rippling beneath its glossy fur. Its elongated snout revealed sharp, gleaming teeth, and its claws scraped the ground as it prowled closer. Emma's breath caught in her throat. She knew she should run, but her feet were rooted, captivated and terrified by the creature's presence. The Wraithwolf paused, tilting its head as if studying them. Then, with a sudden burst of speed, it disappeared into the shadows. Heart pounding wildly, Emma and Sam bolted back toward town, not stopping until they reached the safety of Emma's porch. They were shaken but exhilarated, their minds racing with questions. The next morning, Emma tried to tell her parents about what she saw, but they just smiled skeptically and dismissed it as a nightmare or a trick of the light. Still, Emma knew that what she saw was real. The Wraithwolf was out there, lurking in the darkness, a creature born from nightmares and old legends. Over the following weeks, strange things began to happen. People reported hearing distant howls, and shadows seemed to flicker at the edge of their vision. It was as if the creature was slowly making itself known, asserting its dominance over the night. One night, Emma decided to confront her fear. Armed with a camera, a flashlight, and her unwavering curiosity, she returned to the Grave Tree. The air was thick with fog, and the woods felt alive, watching. As she stood beneath the ancient branches, a low growl rumbled through the silence. Out of the darkness emerged the Wraithwolf again, larger and more formidable than before. Its eyes glowed, hypnotic and feral, and a cold, unnatural calm washed over Emma. In that moment, she realized it wasn't just a beast. Perhaps it was something else entirely, an entity that fed on the fear it provoked, a guardian of the ancient woods, or maybe a curse from times long forgotten. Emma raised her camera, trembling but determined. She snapped a photo. The flash startled the creature, which let out a cacophonous bay that sounded almost human in its anguish. Before she could react, the Wraithwolf lunged toward her, maw gaping wide. Emma stumbled back, heart hammering in her chest. She turned and ran, branches scratching her skin, the creature's haunting howls echoing behind her until her breath grew ragged and her vision blurred with tears and fear. She made it back to her house, slamming the door shut behind her. That night, she kept the lights on and stayed awake, listening to the woods outside. The Wraithwolf's presence lingered like a dark stain in her mind. In the days that followed, Emma tried to forget what she saw. But the image of those burning eyes haunted her dreams, and she knew the creature was still out there, watching, waiting. And maybe, just maybe, it was not done with her yet. From then on, the legends of Hollow Creek felt different. No longer mere stories. They were warnings about the entity that lurked beneath the veneer of reality, a creature woven from the fabric of nightmares and old fears. Because some stories, Emma learned, refuse to stay buried, and certain shadows are better left undisturbed.